So recently a box appeared on my front porch and my daughter asked my wife, "What is that?" And my wife said, "That's a laser for daddy." And my daughter, without hesitation, said, "Another one?" Yes, another one. Today I'm going to be unboxing and showing you guys the WeCreat Vision. This laser comes with a 20-watt diode head. Its max speed is 600 millimeters per second, and the lifespan of the laser head is 10,000 hours. It has its own software called WeCreat Make It, but it also should be in the near future compatible with Lightburn. The Make It software that they use can be used on your phone, your tablet, or your laptop. What's really cool about the Vision software is that if you're using, say, 3mm basswood, you can click on it, click on whatever it is that you're engraving onto that basswood. It'll give you a preview right here on the desktop. I'll go ahead and click on it because it'll show you in big form. So if you decide you want to go at 250 millimeters per second at 80% power, this swatch right here, click on that. It'll add that setting to your piece immediately. That is phenomenal. The software has several cool features and we'll touch on a few more later on in the video. The rotary that's compatible with the machine can engrave from 1 to 100 millimeters. Assembly of the rotary is super simple. There's 2 screws you have to take out inside of your box, and 1 cord that plugs in directly inside. It's a super sturdy system that seems to be more stable than other rotaries. After you've got everything hooked up and a tumbler installed, you take your laser from laser flat to laser cylindrical, you'll input your perimeter and diameter, and get to engraving. It is an FDA approved Class 1 certified laser, which means it is super safe. The enclosure makes it so that you don't have to wear safety glasses while working the machine because the orange covering protects you from laser light. It's also a fully enclosed machine, which means its fume extraction is phenomenal. It has a dedicated fume extractor, but if you don't want one of those, you can always vent it out your window like I do. It has an 0.01 millimeter movement accuracy, which means the Vision offers class-leading performance in both speed and precision. With this laser, you can engrave on wood, metal, leather, stone, paper, fabric, acrylic, ceramic, so many materials. It's 42 pounds. It's really not that heavy if you want to be mobile with it and take it somewhere like a craft show to engrave on site. It has a processing area of 420 by 290 millimeters, and your max workpiece height is 140 millimeters without the laser bed, and if you do have the laser bed inside, it's 100 millimeters. It has a high definition camera on board. The image resolution on the camera is 4032 by 3024p. So the reason having a camera is so great is because you can perfectly position things exactly where you want them. If you're me, sometimes your jobs get interrupted by kids or things that you have to take care of and you have to leave the shop. Like yesterday, I was cutting out this elephant on acrylic. I didn't make all the cut passes I needed, but I had to go. So today I'm starting back up on this elephant, placing the cut route over the elephant and doing it all over again. And I should just be able to start my job back up and knock it right out. When you're doing an odd shape like this, with a file like this, it's very important that you get it right the very first time. The WeCreat Vision features an industry-first auto-lifting enclosure. That means you don't have to add feet to make it lift higher. That means there's no riser base that it has to sit on to lift above projects. Whatever you put inside of this lid will fit in the machine, and the machine will autofocus and lift its way all the way up where it needs to be over your project piece. It's also a fully enclosed gantry system, which means your motors, rails, laser, and all of your inner workings of your laser stay cleaner than if it was an open gantry system, especially if you're like me and you're in a wood shop. The only dust particles you should be dealing with are on the top surface of this fancy little box of yours. One of the best things about this machine is not just its ability to engrave one thing, but many different things all at the same time. That is right, batch engraving is made super simple with this laser. As long as the camera can see it, you can literally throw any logo down in your software, position it appropriately on the piece that you're wanting to engrave, and get to work. Things don't have to be square or beautiful or right, because you can adjust your images and make it perfect. Like these woodworking themed coasters I made. And if you happen to have a specific design that you need to repeat frequently, the Vision can do that. You can drag your design into the program, hit Smart Fill, and it'll identify all of the pieces that are on your laser bed and fill it with the design of your choice. I really like the autofocus feature inside of this laser. All you have to do is put your piece in front of the camera, click that refresh button, make sure that it's sitting in the center, click your autofocus button, your laser will then track over to your piece and base where it needs to be based on the thickness of your project piece. As you can see, I autofocused on this piece of 1/4 inch. It set itself perfectly ready to engrave, and then I decided to add something that was 2 inches thick in there to see what would happen. Hit autofocus again, it lifted itself up above the piece, quickly reset itself and autofocused to the correct height, and it was ready to engrave right away. I also really like that this lid is designed to hold itself open. It's a pretty convenient feature that a lot of other lasers don't have. Also, in reference to safety and opening the lid, if you open it while you're running a project, it'll shut down immediately, but if you close the lid and press the button on the front, it'll pick right back up where it left off. So this was about to be the part of the video where I ragged on WeCreat a little bit, because the laser wasn't working. But as you can hear, it is now working as it should, and it was all my fault. All I needed to do was take this little level right here, put it on the machine, and make sure everything was level. I was having trouble auto-focusing with the machine, but if it's not level, it's not gonna focus right. So make sure that you're level. I was ready to tear them a new one. I was gonna complain, but consider this foot in mouth for me. If you're looking for a machine that you can use to generate a little bit of profit on the side as a side hustle, this guy is perfect for that. Like I do with all of my lasers, I put it through its paces to prepare for this craft show that I was doing. I replenished all of my stock of signs, magnets, keychains, all the little trinkets, and I made a ton of Christmas ornaments specifically for this craft show. And the WeCreat was there and helped me all the way through it. I love lasers like this because it's a small investment and the return on your investment can be immense if you put in the effort. Although I have it in my woodshop, this is one of those lasers that I wouldn't mind taking inside the house. It handles smoke really well and there's no laser light I need to worry about. This laser is normally $14.99 but is on sale for $12.49 right now. And for it being a laser that is just a little bit over $1,000, there are a ton of features inside of this box. I've had this laser for a little while now and it's been really fun engraving all of the projects that I've done, and I'm really excited to keep knocking out projects on this thing. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you think about the WeCreat Vision. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, man, that was so good, how can I give this guy money to repay him? Then you're in luck. I have a lot of stuff listed on my Etsy store that you can buy to support the channel, so head on over to reformationwoodshop.etsy.com to grab something.